In this video, I will explain the workflow configuration page. There are many sections on this page. The first is the button to return to the All Workflows page. Then the Preview Workflow button to see the appearance or changes to the workflow. Then the Cancel All Changes button. Then there is the Save All Changes button. Then there is the button to add new state. At the bottom, there is a parent with a state type, where in the default workflow, there are 3 states. Then in the child section, there are buttons for that state. If you click on the state, a detailed flow state dialog will appear. For the default state, the name, type and order cannot be changed. Then in the status section, the title or content can be changed as needed. Let's try to preview the workflow first. For this workflow, if it is used in a request, and the person opening this request has the employee role, it will appear as follows, where there are only 2 states, namely request and end, and there are buttons. To move to the next state, you can click the next button, and if you want to return to the previous state, you can click the previous button. If you want to see the workflow as another role, you can click on the drop-down option here. Let's try adding one state here. Let's name state Superior for example. Where in this state, I want Superior to approve it. Then in the order section here, you can see it is in the section between the requester and the end. Then click Save, then the new state will appear. Let's check the changes. You can see that a new state is visible. Let's add an action button to this state section by clicking on the plus section in the state section. Enter the name of the button, then the target state, then the position of the button, then the action, then the properties of this button, whether it is default or not. If it is default, then this button will appear for all roles, but if not, then this button will only appear for roles added at the bottom. Example here. I will only provide this button if Superior sees the detailed request. If it's finished, click Save. Let's preview it again. In the employee role there are no buttons, but if we change to the Superior role, there will be an Agree button here. For the Finish Request button here, this button will be created automatically at one state before the last state to ensure that the user can complete his request. If you feel it is correct, you can click Save All Changes. Then to use the workflow as before, it can be given to applications that want to use the workflow for the request access process. Go to Application Details. There is a request workflow. Then select the workflow that has been created. After that, click Save. Let's try making a new request using workflow to see the results of our workflow configuration. You can see that the workflow that we previously configured can now be used.